Hello, party people. Welcome to the DLLS Cowboys Postgame Show. Whooped the Panthers. Vach is happy. We're all happy. Go team. Let's have ourselves a little cowboy party. Got us a dub, a big dub. Yes, the postgame show starts. Meow. Don't make that face at me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys 30, Panthers 14. Rico Dowdle's on a hell of a run. We're doing the thing. Cowboys playing the football.
Ooh.
You're not happy. That's okay. Hey. Everybody make fun of Botch.
Oh,
can't be happy. We're having a great time. The Cowboys win. Tell us how you're feeling in the chat, baby. Yeah. Carrie said, why are we not playing Zeke more? He was amazing today. Okay.
I know.
Okay. All right. All right.
My God.
Welcome in, everybody, wherever you're watching. My name is Jeff. Next to me is the amazing, talented, finest Cowboys content creator in all the land, Vach Lombardi. You got something, right?
Hey, Vachi. What's up, y'all?
Next to him is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Joe Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
Cowboys undefeated when I'm in studio.
Okay, you need to stop coming.
You get your ass
That's
up
what I'm
out of here.
saying.
You gone somewhere.
Hey, we're gonna pool of fun to get me to Philly next 2 weeks from now.
you
Next
gotta
week.
go.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks from now. I gotta go.
Poof, vamoose.
I'm gonna shun my guy.
Next to
Take me
Joe
out.
is our analyst, X's and O's queen, Aisha Morrison, 2 eyes. You didn't like it, Vach?
Man, it's just interesting, man. You know how things just come together sometimes, dog. Boy, Rico Dowdle, the best running back we got, man. Damn, I'm just a dude with a camera and a microphone, Jeff.
Yeah.
But when you see Rico have great days like this, or great days like last week, or great days like last week before that, or great days like Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, a good defense.
It was a good one.
I just wonder how many games would you have won if there were no politics involved, if there were no running back nonsense happening, if we weren't so thrilled to get Dalvin Cook back. And no disrespect to Dalvin Cook, but there's a way to do it. There's an eye test you can do that can stay true to what your real run game is and get him involved. And boy, number 15, look, I'm rooting for 15 to get the ball now, but I wasn't rooting for 15 to get the ball at first.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I see.
And it just makes me wonder, when there are clear paths to success laid out in front of you, why does it take such a long time to walk that path?
And we've talked about it a lot in training camp. We saw it, and let's go even one step further. Not only where the Cowboys would be from like a Rico Dowdle perspective, but what about like with Dak Prescott when he was playing earlier in the season and struggling? One thing we kept talking about is, how are the Cowboys going to win early in the season? Dak Prescott has to play Superman, right? Sure. We talk about complimentary football all the time. Mike McCarthy does. And guess what? When you don't have a running game, it's harder to have complimentary football. Now you have Cooper Rush throwing a career-high 3 passing touchdowns today. A lot of that's because, yes, he was making some plays there at the end. I thought, aside from the fumble, he actually played pretty well. But when you have a running game that is actually humming like it is with Rico Dowdle, it opens up everything. And that's something, to your point, could have opened up a lot earlier.
And Joe, Jeff, and Tua, I sound like a hater on the internet when I say this, but I'm not giving trophies for somebody figuring this out in week 12, 13. Oh, well, he's figured it out. Mike McCarthy's figuring it out. Man, I'm a dude with a camera and a microphone, man. We people with cameras and microphones, Tua. You're brilliant. Joe, you're brilliant. Jeff, you cool. But we you know what I'm saying? the season's at the end.
No, yeah.
And Rico's getting his season high. I was looking at his numbers yesterday. He had like 700 and some yards. I'm like, damn, dog, in real life, Rico really 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah, and he might still get there.
He might still
he
get there.
will.
Yeah,
He's
but he
less
would have.
than-
You feel like he would have surpassed that. I mean, I
By
also
now.
think that this has something to do with This offensive line, man, like
Good point.
you've obviously you had some guys go down, you had some injuries, but this offensive line has found some synergy in the latter part of the year. And to y'all's point earlier, it's played into Rico Dowdle's success. He understands, they understand him. They're probably communicating better. As far as like, we already know that the Cowboys are late to evaluate though. Like, how many guys did we have to, that an injury have to happen for us to see them on the field?
Sure.
Or like something serious had to happen to see somebody take over a position that was just being filled based off of experience or whatever. But the other guy was, this isn't the first time. I feel like I can think about quite a few guys that it took a while for us to get them on the field.
Sure.
It is interesting that as the game goes on, like watching Rico, it's like, that's great. You feel good about that, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then there is the part of your brain that goes back to, you're like, wait, hold on. Now something good is happening for the team and for this player. And I'm just kind of getting mad.
Yeah.
Like, you remember
No,
when
it's
we told
frustrating.
you this in the first day of training camp? Like,
Yeah.
it was so clear.
Sure.
There's one dude out here. And the only thing you didn't know, or that I'll say for me, the only thing I didn't know is Rico Dowdle a good NFL starting running back? Or does Rico Dowdle look good out here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because the other guy getting the ball is 70 years old in NFL years. Like, I know that the other guy is slow and has no juice, and so Rico just looks better because he moves like an NFL running back. But, man, over the last month or so, he's starting to look like a dude that you might want to start talking about how much money.
Yeah.
I was going to say on that note, you kind of look at the Cowboys. Who's making plays in the Cowboys right now, right? Osa Odighizuwa is free agent. Chauncey Golston, free agent. Rico Dowdle, free agent. Ironically, especially with Rico, the one thing the Cowboys might have done with all these guys is just let their market increase at the end of the season. So we talk about motivations for players. These guys have motivation to get paid, and clearly they're going to get paid.
Yeah, when you talk about Rico Dowdle, you know, I think some people will point out the competition and point out those things or whatever, but it's something to be said. Like, we're people that watch the film. We're people that look at it. You see him understanding his cutback lanes better. You see him reading the defense better. You see his vision being better. So it's like there's some things like we can take. And then when you look at the efficiency, I mean, the guy is averaging 6 yards a carry. Like, this is over a good span of time. This isn't, I think to your point, Jeff, we are getting more of a sample size to understand, like, this is actually a player. This is not fluky, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's wild that they're that successful running the ball. And these haven't all been good teams, whatever, right? Sure. But it's wild how successful they've been running the ball, considering it's like, all right, we took Zach Martin away. You don't really, you don't feel good about your left tackle play. Everybody's hurt. The other you have a backup quarterback in, so teams know you're going to run the ball, and you're still able to run the ball. So it says a lot about how well it's come together with Brock Hoffman mashing into people and Rico Dowdle running the ball. It's like, you might be stumbling into something here.
And TJ Bass. And to your point, this is how it was though. Like, this is how it was when Cooper Rush had that 5-game win streak before. The defense was causing a lot of turnovers. Mm-hmm. The offense was able to run the ball situationally. I think they're a tad bit better now. And Cooper Rush was only asked to pass sometimes. What frustrates me, again, here you go, Jeff, back to this is kind of making me mad a little bit.
No matter what they do well, you're like, why weren't you already?
Why isn't this urgency to run the ball here when 4 is in? And I understand that 4 gives you more, from a passing standpoint. But, Doug, he could have used this. He could have used these type of game plans and bunch formations and crap. I was pissed seeing that dang bunch formation botch.
This was basically a great big social study that a good running back with a weird offensive line can work, but a healthy O-line and a bad Zeke just don't.
How you bring
That's
it back to
point.
Zeke?
No, it's a great point.
I'm going to find my damn way to hate on Zeke. I'm going to find a way to fit some Zeke head up in this mug.
Doesn't his dad owe everybody $10,000 or something? Didn't he say, like, I give somebody $10,000 if they can show
Let
me?
me tell you
to
something
Zeke.
I don't want to do, because a lot of people tag me to that.
Uh-oh.
Vash, Zeke daddy say he got $10,000 for anybody that can show. Listen, man, I don't want to embarrass nobody's son today, daddy, man. I'm not in that business. But boy, that would have been the easiest $10,000 I ever made in my life. But sometimes you got to let people come to their own.
He wouldn't have paid it.
You know what I'm saying? You got to let people see it themselves, brother Joe, Jeff, and I. You got to let people see it themselves. And just, how come Mike don't see that? Where's Mike's $10,000 when we having this conversation? And this ain't me piling on Zeke. This is simply me making the point of the could have been. The could have been.
Facts.
And the people behind the microphones were right. Goofy ass little Jerry I don't work for him. The goofy little Jerry talk, oh, y'all just pushing propaganda. Y'all lying and faking. The people behind the microphones and the cameras is right.
Yeah.
Let me ask the panel something.
Oh, jeez.
Naked bootleg. Does that play work? Does that play work?
No, it doesn't.
Does that play work?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
For us?
I can't think
No.
of it.
Naked boots don't
Right.
work for us because
No.
we run I got one S. I got one S.
You got one.
Because we run the shit out of it. Naked boots don't work for us. So let's just take it back to this game.
Yeah.
First quarter, right? Well, we run that more with Rico 4 times, boy. Rico beating. I ain't got no more S. He beating the S out the other team, boy.
Mhm.
You want to know what the next play was after them 4 successful runs? Naked boot, incomplete.
Yeah.
Bam, another play penalty. Bam, 3rd and long. Boom, punt.
You
Done.
already know that you got a quarterback that struggles with, getting the ball there on time, like rollouts or not. And he had that dime.
No, he made some
Jalen
plays
Brooks
today.
rolling out the pocket, but that's just not something
Colbert
he
throwing
does
good, too.
consistently well.
Consistently is the big bold letters that came from you,
Barnacles.
ma'am. From the little person over here, consistency is the big bold words that came from you here. And when people say, well, but Vosh, Mike McCarthy, 12 win seasons, 3 in a row. This is a very what have you done for me lately type job, especially when you the play caller.
Mhm.
Now, if Mike as the head coach say, hey, man, I'm not good at calling plays, let me relinquish that. That's a fantastic head coach decision if he does that. But he hasn't done that.
And they might. I mean, I'm telling you, the way they fought today, though, after they were devastated.
Yeah, we talked about that.
This was setting up for all right, they're gonna just fall apart. 1, 2, 3, Cancun, we're out.
Fighting for my guy Mike.
They are.
They're fighting
I'm
for my
telling you,
guy.
whether or not it is the deciding factor or not, there's been enough smoke to warrant the question of will it matter if they fight down the stretch? And this is a factor. It's a factor.
Friend of ours, Foots the King,
Shouts out
tweeted.
to Foots.
Shouts out to Foots. He tweeted. He said, "I don't know who the head coach will be, but Mike Zimmer absolutely needs to be the defensive coordinator." How do you guys feel about such things?
Can you pull up that comment from Mo NYC, please? Mo had a really good point earlier, and I was saying this early in the week. Michael has earned his Antoine back. First of all, and one thing I was talking to Jeff and Joe about was I wonder what this defense would look like if the offense was like humming and Ford was there and we're running the ball with Rico and there's not no dumb drama behind it and Mike McCarthy's actually not running his wide receivers down the field and turning around like Zimmer. what Zimmer at least has done. Look, I'm not opposed to changing my mind. Right, when you get new information, you have to change your mind
For sure.
I wanted to fire all the mics. All the mics had to go.
Every single one.
Mike Solari, at least I can say he's done a good job with his backup guys. Mike McCarthy, I refuse to give him any credit because he's still looking goofy out there. But Mike Zimmer, every single week, with least talent than Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
With least talent than Mike McCarthy. Tank still ain't back yet. He's found a way to do something every single week better than the week before. Overshawn wasn't just a pass rusher walking around here. He was in Texas a little bit, but walking around here he wasn't. Mike Zimmer said, "Hey man, I got to try something, Jeff.
Somebody gotta get home.
I gotta try something, Jeff."
I agree.
All of his guys are playing better and better, and the healthier we get, the healthier. And it just makes me feel like, okay, if it comes, and I know it's Carolina, y'all, but damn, we can trace this back to all the games. We trace it back to Washington football Wizards if you want to trace it back to a good team, or at least us making Philly look weird for a little bit before they started to beat the hell out of it. Zimmer at least has gotten better every single week. So he's gotten his Antoine back. But y'all want to know something that's just real? And I'm going to let Jeff talk because we're probably about to wrap and do a break in a minute. Something that's real. I don't want to overrate my own players anymore. And I think that goes for my coach also. I know Mike Zimmer's gotten so much better than what he was. Same with Mike McCarthy. Same with Mike Solari a little bit. But man, what if it's something that's better than them out there? Because he may have gotten better enough for us to beat the Panthers now.
Yeah.
But does that get us back to this? We're competing for a Super Bowl standard that we were at last year.
That question
and that I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, that question is defined the entire Mike McCarthy coaching tenure, to be honest. It's like, hey,
Ooh.
we're good. Things are good. We're with 3 12-win seasons in a row playoffs, but we're not there. And what if there's something better? But also, what if there's something not?
Is it
what
good
if
enough?
It's just that weird fine line question.
Hey, Jeff.
I know the Cowboys. I hit the super chat.
Jeff got that look in his eye, y'all.
CeeDee had the yards. Terp had the rushes. Brooks and Tolbert had TDs. Where the hell was Mingo? I want my 4th rounder back. Yes.
Oh,
No, I had that in my notes. There were 8 people had a reception today, and none of them.
He didn't have a
were
target?
Jonathan
Guillotine.
Mingo. Did he play? I don't remember seeing him.
I don't
I'm sure
think he had a
played,
target. Yeah.
but I don't remember seeing him. So that's awesome.
Shouts out to Guillotine, bro. But these last 2 4th-round picks are going to end up in nothing.
They're
Sorry.
on fire.
They're going to be nothing.
Lighting picks
Sorry.
on fire. Coming up next, we have our Empire Impact Player of the Game.
That's
as well
his favorite.
as some other dudes that some other dudes that absolutely showed out for your Cowboys. What was your favorite part of the game? Leave that in the chat. Maybe a fire emoji. Maybe what number's Cooper Rush?
Flames in the chat.
is there a
Waters in
10?
the chat.
Is there a 10 emoji?
There's 100.
There's a 10 number. Don't put 100 in it. Don't. You can put 10s, but don't put 100 in it. You can put 10s in the chat. It's all right to put 10s. How about this? Put 13 in the chat for 13th overall, where we're at right now in the draft position. Appreciate you.
On our way to 16.
Shouts out to the Empire.
Tough day for Vach. All that is coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys postgame show.
It does seem like I'm in a bad mood because we won.
You are in a bad mood because they won, yeah.
Toxic.
Just want to shout out our new friends at Factor Meal Kits. You know, you got to power through those busy days. You like to have the no prep, no mess meals, breakfast, dinner, anything in between. Nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you like routine or you like to mix it up, Factor's got you covered. 35 different delicious meals every week, over 60 additional convenient options you can add to your box, like cookies, pressed juices, smoothies. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor is absolutely the best, and it's a huge hookup at factormeals.com/50 DLLS. That's 50 DLLS. Use that code 50 DLLS. You get 50% off the first box plus free shipping. Wow! 50 DLLS at factormeals.com/50 DLLS. 50% off your first box plus free shipping when you use that subscription, and you are kicking butt. Also want to shout out our friends at Constant Contact. We are getting towards the end of the year, and if you haven't reached your goals, why not? Maybe we need to take a look at ourselves. We don't always have to do everything by ourselves. Our friends at Constant Contact are the best at this, helping you meet your goals and do it faster. No matter how experienced you might be with digital marketing, our buddies at Constant Contact got the tools to make your marketing run even smoother. Sell more, raise more, build more genuine relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's suite of digital marketing tools, all made to fast track your success. Get all the automation, integration, and reporting tools to get your marketing running seamlessly. Join the thousands of businesses and millions of people who trust Constant Contact with their marketing success. Time to put the GOAT in those 2024 business goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com/AllCity and start your free trial today. ConstantContact.com/AllCity for your free trial. It's time now for our Empire Impact Player of the Game.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm so excited. Who you
Bum,
gonna
bum,
choose?
bum,
Ooh,
bum.
I'm so excited.
I like the idea of having a song.
Yeah, bum, bum, bum,
With it.
bum. Empire.
I do like that we have some options today. That's nice. And I'm gonna tell you, my guy is actually,
You're gonna take my guy.
it's not gonna be Rico.
It's gonna be Zeke.
It's gonna be Zeke. No, it's gonna be mine is actually CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Good call.
Because I absolutely love everything that he's doing. I love in a season that is 99% over, not by number of games, but just in terms of to make the playoffs, you have to win every game, get all the help in the world, whatever, right? You're not going to do that. It's not going to happen. And despite that, CeeDee is hurting. Every time he falls on his shoulder, gets hit in his shoulder, whatever, it is not good and it doesn't look fun. And yet, that son of a bitch is out there making plays.
Yeah.
And not just the ones you're supposed to make.
No.
Like adjustments to the ball after the catch. He is doing everything. And I love that they are force-feeding him the ball. The fact that you are backup quarterback, bad football team, season's over, the other teams know all you got is handing the ball off and that dude.
Yeah.
And yet that dude had 3 times as many catches as anybody else today. I love that they are still finding a way to give, because my coach is making sure to find a way, despite the fact, I guess it is like in week 13, but they're finding ways, even though you want to stop this dude, you cannot. 88 is my Empire Today Impact Player of the Game. That's all.
Hell
You
yeah.
looking, that was because I said coach.
Yeah,
I
yo,
did a little
coach.
bit of that at you. I did a little My coach.
You talking about Mike?
Is that, yeah, Mike. My coach is getting my receiver open. It's his guy.
Who's yours, Vach?
My coach, Ben
not your
Johnson,
coach.
coaching right
Not
now.
your
He coaching
coach.
the damn
Not your coach.
Lions right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
No, your impact player of the game.
your impact player of the game.
Oh yeah, man. You know, hey man, the impact. Hey, let me tell you something about the impact player of the game.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Let me tell you about picking the impact player of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It requires impact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It
requires
You're just making
impact.
words.
No, because they sell floors.
Yeah.
Jameis.
Yeah.
And you want to know who floored a lot?
You sound
Yeah.
like Jameis.
Osa put people on the floor today.
Woo!
Okay.
Osa
He
Odighizuwa.
took mine.
Eee.
Yeah, man. Look, he
Done
had
took
3 tackles and a sack today.
Done took
But
mine.
boy, I felt like I took yours.
You took mine.
Hey, Micah Parsons was crawling on the floor
Yeah.
after sacking people on those impact floors, Empire floors.
Yeah.
Those Empire floors Micah Parsons was crawling around on after getting sacks.
Mhm.
Honestly, if I can make a really good point about Micah, though, I don't want people to get numb to greatness. You know what I mean?
Great call.
I don't want us to just, roll out the bed and be like, all right, cool, Micah on the team, all right. And we start thinking about good players where like we can't think of nobody, man. Micah Parsons is clearly the best player on the team right now, the whole team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole team?
Yeah,
And-
100%.
yeah.
Well,
and
I say Micah and then CeeDee.
Yeah, 1A,
I say
1B.
Micah and then
Micah CeeDee, you know what I'm saying?
But whatever.
Two elite players that are now have Hall of Fame aspirations when you look at what they're doing.
Micah is a dude, and let's not forget that Micah is a dude. Got 2 sacks today, and Jeff is going to tell us later about the Micah sacked the quarterback, and they didn't realize how fast he was moment. whatever
Oh,
you
the
call
Micah
it.
moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
The Micah moment.
Yeah, the Micah moment.
Yeah. Micah's my impact
Empire Impact
Foch, I
player.
swear to God.
impact player of the day.
You're a broadcaster, sir. Marketing guru. You know the damn words.
I'm a damn YouTuber.
You know what it is.
The Empire.com.
No. Okay.
What is that next to Empire? That's like
It says
100.
Empire Today.
Empire
That's
Today.
their company.
Empire Today impact player of the game.
Yes.
Is Micah Parsons with 2
Nailed
sacks.
it. Joe.
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of build off both of those because Osa entered the game with 20 pressures in his last 4 games.
Yeah.
He's a guy that we talked about earlier. He's ascending. He's ascending. He had two sacks today. He had a forced fumble. That's a guy that is playing himself potentially out of the Cowboys market for him, which I think is fascinating. And building off the Micah thing too, a year ago against Carolina, he had to do a dry scoop of C4 pre-workout in order to have 2.5 sacks.
Yeah.
He didn't need that today.
And isn't that because nobody told him
No,
you're
Marquise
supposed to
Bell
mix
was-
it with water?
No, Marquise Bell's like, try it. But that he had
Okay.
never had.
I thought
He
Micah
had never
didn't
had
know.
pre-workout before.
That's goofy. as
Yeah,
hell.
I thought he
He
didn't
had
know.
never had pre-workout before. They said like, "Yo, try this out." He got sick as heck and had 2.5 sacks. Didn't need to do that today. No puking. Micah balled out, and I think it's funny that Micah had such another good performance, building on such an impact he's made recently since he's returned from injury, showing his value on a day where news comes out that Stephen Jones says, "Oh, like we're gonna have to factor, how, him being potentially a roster built from the top down without a lot of stuff in terms of his contract negotiations." We'll have to think about that.
Yeah, I'm challenging Stephen Jones to a Greco-Roman wrestling contest. I'm challenging him, and if I win, he has to stop lying to people about what he can and can't afford with the salary cap. And if he wins, I don't know what he gets if he wins because I'm just going to stay mad.
That's
Yeah.
specific. Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, I just like those words. I don't even know what it means.
Impossible.
I like Krav Maga. with saying that.
They flip people backwards off their stomach.
What?
They flip people backwards off their stomach.
Okay, I'll do that.
I wanted to add to the Osa talk. We got to touch base with Baldy this week, and he pointed out that Robert Hunt he felt like was having maybe like a Pro Bowl type year. I actually went back and looked. Man, Osa took him to church today. He said, "Oh, you playing football on Sunday? You ain't gonna miss this word. I got you." And it was, he just demolished their interior today. I also wanted to say that my impact player of the game is going to be Marist Liufau. We talked about him this week, talked about can he make up for some of the playmaking ability that DeMarvion Overshown did. Obviously, you didn't get some of the pass rush stuff, but some of the things he did in the passing game, he had the peanut punch and those things like that. I think that he showed that he's, again, once he plays a little bit more under control, he's going to be a guy that we can depend on too. So I'm excited about continuing to see him grow.
We didn't even pick Rico. My man went.
Yeah,
for
I think
Somebody.
my man went for $149.
We're numb to
spent-
greatness.
We are-
Somebody pick Rico.
Wait.
Please.
Wait, okay. So, well, I would also say that I think Brock Hoffman is playing some good football. When you look at Rico Dowdle,
So you think we got to go 11
Brock
deep to get to
Hoffman over
Rico?
Rocco.
What I'm saying is a lot
Yeah,
of the
Rocco.
reason why Rico is like
Rocco's
Rico
Modern
was
Life.
running off that hip, man. Reno, he's finding him. He's finding him.
Hoffman cracks me up,
Yeah.
and I found out today. Well, I could probably save that. This could be like if I try to smash together a 5 favorite moments. I love when you realize that somebody is I got one. I love when you realize that somebody's a shit talker.
Yeah.
That you don't really know that player.
That's your one.
Yeah, that was my one. It's fun when you realize, like, oh, that guy's one of them.
Yeah.
And I learned that about a couple different people today, and I'm not counting Hoffman.
Oh,
We already knew about Hoffman.
It's a tease.
Can- oh, are we teasing?
Well, I mean, I'm just talking.
I want to talk
can't
about
wait.
Hecker then.
Well, I know. I was gonna say yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one of them's their punter.
Well, yeah.
But that punter wants
yes.
to fight, or he
Yeah.
hates Turpin.
As Kat said, Johnny Heckler.
You don't like Turpin.
He was not like
You don't
Turpin.
like Turpin.
Like, I heard what you did when you were in college, young man.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, Johnny Johnny Hecker was mad at somebody.
No.
That's all I know. So yeah, Cowboys had a bunch of good stuff happening today. And if Stephen Jones is telling the truth, everybody that we talked about that did a good job is going somewhere else now.
No.
Because he said, my man said Chauncey Golston is having a heck of a year, and it's great for him and bad for us.
Comp pick. Comp pick.
Why do they say that type of
Because he's
stuff
getting
out
ahead
loud?
of it. He's getting ahead of it, and he know we gonna be pissed off. What up,
Ooh,
KG?
that makes me so mad. Like, why would you say that out loud?
Yeah, get 'em.
Stop saying stuff like that out
Zoom in on her.
loud.
Zoom in on
No,
her.
don't zoom in. I just don't understand why. Why would you say that?
Why would you?
Well, it's a salary cap
yeah.
league. You just got to make sure everybody's aware. It's a salary cap league. We have our constraints, and you can only, there's only so much, as Stephen would tell you, there's only so much pie.
Chauncey, you
To go
did
around.
good, dog, but
Pie has triggered me to where Thanksgiving pisses me off. Y'all
Damn,
gotta
Stephen,
stop
you made her hate
saying triggering.
Thanksgiving.
I
With your
don't
pie
like
talk.
I don't like hearing about it. It's all right. It's okay.
All right, let's hit some of these supers. Appreciate y'all. If you're here, please hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to all the different platforms that this is on right now, which includes the Vaj Lombardi channel, the Jeff Cavanaugh channel, the DLLS Sports channel. Thank you. Daniel Escobar. I want them to bring back McCarthy and
Damn.
Zimmer next season to the bowl, y'all. Next
trying
year,
to be
though.
funny.
Yeah, you don't have to look down there. You can look over on the side where they're bigger.
okay. Them
Yeah.
some
Well, that
are
mouse
cool.
got real big.
Yeah, okay, cool. Tarvis dropped a deuce and says El Jefe, I guess that's Jeff. Looks like 7 and 10, 14 pick and Genty. Nah, Genty's gonna be
Genty's
gone,
going
my
to go
boy.
before 14 about.
Appreciate you though.
Okay.
What up, Duck? He says this game is proof of what Jeff said, which is giving Jeff credit.
Let's
today.
go
All right,
with
cool.
Jeff stuff.
This isn't a bad team. No, Jeff says it's a bad team.
No. I say we're not a bad team. We're a bad team.
Yeah.
The bad teams, it doesn't matter what they draft and what they do. Like, they're a bad team because they don't have the good players. You have the cornerstones.
Yeah.
All you have to do is try, and you'll be good again.
They just smacked Carolina as bad as last year without 90% of the players. Also, I want my 4th rounder back.
How has Carolina been in all the games the last month? How have they kept it close? That team sucks.
Everybody plays the Chiefs hard because they're the Chiefs.
Okay.
You
Or maybe
know?
we just played great.
I was gonna say maybe the Cowboys.
Cowboys played great.
Maybe the Cowboys
Philly,
would be.
they
That
played-
team looked awful.
Carolina played hard against
Maybe
Philly
the-
too.
Well, the Eagles are weird. The Eagles will let you keep up if they just don't get a ball to Saquon for a while. But then they'll
Yeah.
break out at the end when they get a ball to Saquon. Like when they believe in Hurts too much.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
Huh?
Yeah, you
No.
don't want to. Yeah, they don't.
No,
want
no, no.
You're
You're
going
right.
to jail.
They believe in
I'll
Hurts too-
go to jail with them.
They believe it hurts too much. They start looking goofy out there. They get about a Saquon, they'll win. But
Fox and
that's,
Joe
but
go to
that's just
jail.
Kellen Moore. What up, Dave? He says not making Rico the number 1 on day 1 was criminal. Take their ass to jail. Appreciate you. What up, LT? It's me. He says all I wanted for Christmas was a top 10 pick.
You gotta change your want.
All I ever wanted was Matt Grant.
Well, look at it this way. The good news about not having a top 10 pick is that whoever you pick 16th makes less than that top 10 pick. Now you got more pie.
Let's go.
He's cheaper.
They'll do
If I
said
could
the
nothing.
word.
reach you right now.
He's
They'll
cheaper.
do nothing with that pie.
We're trying to get 32nd pick.
Ooh, stop saying pie.
Trevon said pie. Can somebody please? What's that? Pie for
Pray.
Cooper Rush
Oh
and
my
his
God.
baby hands. How many fumbles is that?
That's 8.
That's like
8 since the Atlanta game.
8 altogether.
Well,
But
that's
he did it
is that
again at
lost?
the
No,
end.
no, that's just fumbles.
They counted the one at the end. He did it. That's 9.
He dropped
did
the
it at
snap?
the
Then he has
end.
9.
Yes.
My man's got trouble. Just
As someone with baby hands, like I understand, Cooper.
how small are you working with?
Oh, these are small.
Y'all don't start with my gremlin grabbers.
Go up with Botch.
I got O-line.
Oh yeah, turn that over. See?
I got
Okay, that's a
I got
little,
tiny hands.
That's not big.
I got tiny
Pass-
hands.
That's not.
See, Jeff got pass catcher hands.
Yeah,
I got
yeah, yeah.
pass- So we about what?
snag that
We
thing.
Still
about
make
there?
diving interceptions.
We about there. I can't care. Dose of Utopia. We'll give you about 2 more, Cat. Says, Steven says he's lightening the wallet. Tightening?
Yeah, he's tightening.
Yeah.
Tightening the wallet for
Puckering up, if
2025.
you will.
Possibly no Diggs or Overshown. Diggs is there. Oh, you talking
No,
about
in terms of playing
injury. Next season already doomed. Will they need a draft from the heavens? Yeah, because your last 2 drafts weren't all that great.
Or
So,
they
yeah.
could sign players.
Yeah.
Only they're going to tell you they can't. They can.
If we like our guys,
They can
we
sign
got to
them.
sign our own.
They can sign.
So
Chauncey
triggered.
about to get some bread. You hear me? Because he's one of ours.
Isn't that funny? At the left side of your mouth, you say, we like our guys. And on the right side, you're
We
like,
can't
but the
pay
guys that are playing well, we just can't afford them.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else need it.
God.
And last one for now, Nesto dropped a dime. What up, Nesto? He said, Ernesto, he says, you guys, Pete Armani got pulled, but he cost us 2 games.
Oh, yeah. We got some Andrew Booth. It's always
Yeah.
fun.
That's why we won.
Hey, can I tell you a secret? What I like the best about beat writers?
What you got?
Okay.
What?
They're nailed down on details. Like in camp, if you're like, hey, who is that out there? I got you. But when you get far enough into a season and you haven't seen a guy much, after we committed 2 penalties on 4th and 14, I was like, who's 25? And Joe was like, it's Booth. And I was like, I forgot that guy existed.
Yeah.
All right, so somebody got benched, and now we're at the very end of the bench again.
Well, the irony of that is like I was so quick with that because about 2 weeks ago I was like walking around. I was like, "Oh, Andrew's still here."
Y'all are going to jail.
But, Gimli. We always got to hit Gimli.
Gramilli says,
No.
he dropped 5 and says, y'all see the Jones boys already laying the groundwork for why we will not be active in free agency and why it will be Micah's fault. Tank for Ursh.
Yeah, if I don't do anything else in my career as a guy with a mic and a camera, I will make sure that every Cowboy fan, when Jerry or Steven talks about the cap, knows how it actually works and that they're being lied to. That's my only goal. Because I still get a lot of answers on Twitter where they're like, they can't afford it because this guy makes this. And I'm like, I'm going to have to make another video. I'm going to make another video.
I'm gonna go live.
It takes 11 seconds to go to overthecap.com and show you exactly how this works.
The
You
lies.
sound like a parent.
I will show you.
They are propagandists.
I will
sir.
do it.
They
Countdown.
They do that with every single contract that comes out, bro. Every single. Hey, man, we're not going to be able to bring back Chauncey and Rico because Micah wanted his money. But all the other teams, they just find a way to fandangle their money.
I know we laugh about that, but it's incredibly egregious.
Oh, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
Because they think we stupid.
Because there are the fans who really do villainize the players, and then that becomes a whole nother thing, and then it becomes a smear campaign. And I just feel like that it's not. I feel like it should be brought to people's attention more, like you do, obviously. But it shouldn't be allowed to me. Does that make sense? Like I don't think he should be allowed.
But the thing
to
is
do
they
that,
all,
'cause it's
every
slandering a
time
player.
it sounds gross, and they all get over it as soon as the contract's signed. There's Dak smiling. There's CeeDee smiling. Like it all just magically goes away.
Yeah,
but you're going to know the truth. You can handle the truth.
Oh, they can.
Coming up next, my 5 favorite moments from the game, plus all your other incredible Cowboys content with Vach and Joe and Aisha and me and the DLLS Cowboys postgame show. Well, I hope you've been riding that Rico train on the sleeper app. More than 82.5 yards. Bang. How about going over that thing or more than that thing by like 65 yards?
Oh, yeah.
Sleeper app's lots of fun. I love when you can do the daily fantasy style stuff while you're watching a sporting event because it just adds extra intrigue for me to have more things to pull for. So yeah, you take whatever it is. Doesn't have to be just football or the Cowboys. They have every sport on there. You can make a pick or more than on passing yards and less than on saves by the Islanders goalie. Is
That's
that still
right.
a team in the NHL?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So all sorts of sports. All you got to do is make those picks and decide if you think somebody's going to have more or less than their projected stat for the game. And the more picks you combine, the more you can win, all the way up to 100 times your money, which is lovely. The promo code that you need is DLLS Boys. And new users can download the Sleeper app, use the code DLLS Boys, and you'll get $55 in free entries when you place a $5 contest. Apply it to any contest. Doesn't have to be your first one. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleepers. Terms of detail. I clicked off the page. That's what I do.
Terms of service, bro.
Yeah. Terms of use for details. Yeah. It's operational over 25 states.
Terms apply.
Check out Sleeper Today. Also check out Rugged Road. That's where we get coolers. Rugged Road's the best coolers on planet Earth.
Do they float?
It's funny how you say cooler.
Hell yeah, they float. I love coolers.
Cooler.
I love coolers, and Rugged Road has the best ones. They're obviously rugged. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the word rugged
Are they road?
in the name.
Are they road?
I mean, you put them on the road.
Yeah.
You could put your Rugged Road cooler on the road
And run that
to
mug
prove how rugged it is. You could pull it down the road.
over. S-word.
And it does float. Lightweight design. They are durable. They are dependable. They are versatile. Perfect for all sorts of outdoor activities, fishing, tubing, camping, tailgating. Coolers are designed to meet the needs of you. Rugged Road Coolers. Reliable, durable, built to be used. DLLS is your code at ruggedroadoutdoors.com for 10% off. And I don't know if I have a real squared away 5 favorite moments of the game, but I do have the scatterbrained thoughts that I wrote down.
Can I ask you a
As
question?
the game's
Before we
going.
start?
What you want?
I know I only get one S per show. Can I borrow Joe's S?
Who said you
No.
could take mine?
Ask first. You have to clear with
Who
Joe.
said you
I
could
didn't
take
even know we
mine?
got one.
I just want to know hypothetically, can I take your S?
I'm not there yet. Oh, I kind of want to keep it.
Aish, can I take your
Maybe
S?
I ought to use
I guess.
your
I mean, if you can
S
say
word.
yes, go
So,
on,
so
say
can I take
it.
Aisha's S?
Aisha can Vach have another
Is
S.
it just me having one, or do we all have a 4 S quota?
Oh,
But Jeff already had one.
That's why I was
I
confused
just
because
started
I'm like,
using
do
one.
do some of us have S's and
So
some
we
of
can
us
use
don't?
no more than 4.
That's true. You had.
yeah.
Oh.
Shift. Accidentally. Yeah.
Shift.
Yeah.
It was more like an id,
You know,
but I
Vach,
definitely
this
said
is
it
this is the
before.
holiday season. I'll give you my ass.
Take Joe's
I'll give you
S.
my ass. I'll give you my ass.
Let's go, Jeff.
I really-
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
One of the 5 is the Micah Parsons moment,
That was
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
which is Bryce Young got his. Everybody gets it.
Yes, sir.
When you play against Micah Parsons, you just don't think that something is humanly possible, and then it happens, and you're like, what in the crap just happened to me? And for Bryce Young, it was Micah Parsons is lined up on the defense's left. They snap the ball. He works his way around Mr. Moten, right tackle.
Yeah.
And as he makes his way around, Bryce Young's like, well, somebody beat my right tackle. Time to run out to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And he's run out to the left. And this is how you know that he didn't realize that the man behind him was going to teleport.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going, he was going, da, 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 da,
And he got
point, trying to send people different ways, and had no idea that the Flash was in hot pursuit, and he got sacked and he dropped the ball. They got to keep the ball, but he had his Micah Parsons moment where no part of his brain as a athletic, mobile human who was escaping to his left, nothing computed that it's possible that the guy from over there is running 7 times faster than me and is going to hit me while I've got 3 seconds to work stuff out over here. I love the Micah moment.
And this is the funny part about the Micah moments, Jeff, is that these quarterbacks can run. Like Bryce's career is kind of
Very
built
similar.
around him running, and the same, when we watched the Washington Football Wizards and Jaden Daniels and all those guys, Drew Lock can move around a little bit. So they go, all right, I've run from everybody else my whole life to extend plays.
Mhm.
But this particular time, you need to get rid of the ball quickly, sir.
I got a Micah take. The Stephen Jones shot across the bow, stage 1 of the verbal warfare and negotiation tactic. Not, and this is going to preface this by saying it didn't work with Dak and CeeDee because they got paid ultimately what they wanted, right? But I don't even think from a narrative standpoint it's going to work, because with Dak, you had questions, hey, do you really want to pay Dak, $60 million? That's a lot. He had the injury. I don't know if he can get you over the top. There were questions. CeeDee Lamb, it's like, hey, you play wide receiver. Do you really want to dedicate that much money to a receiver when you can do things? Micah Parsons is an edge rusher, which is the second most important position. He is elite as they come. His impact is on display every single week.
He changed the whole team when he came back.
He changed
Yes.
the whole team. The verbal warfare of negotiation is not going to work
It's
this time. It's not going to be
pointless.
relevant. I don't think we're going to do trade packages for Micah Parsons unless there's literal smoke there, but I have little doubt that there's going to be, or I have doubt that there's going to be actual smoke there.
Micah's literally one of the best 5 or 6 players in football.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
in all the football.
Yeah.
All positions and everything. Yeah, they'll be a fool. The Joneses, and look, they foolish as hell, but they be fools to try to pull this on Micah. But they are.
They're already trying.
They will do it.
Icky.
And we'll
This
be here
one doesn't
talking about
matter, but I was highly entertained that in the fourth quarter on 4th and 14, the Cowboys committed 2 penalties.
Bruh.
You gotta get those numbers up.
They won the game, but
Bruh.
it. Back to just
they roughed the quarterback and committed PI.
together.
Yeah, and Greg also
Carolina
mentioned
know how to tank. Let me tell you something.
They're
We don't,
tanking good.
we don't know how to tank, but Carolina knows how to
They're tanking
compete,
good.
and throttle it down right on time, sir.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Carolina for,
Yeah,
for keeping the damn mission clear over there.
Greg also mentioned that the
Is he on now?
Clarence is here? Okay.
Clarence ain't got no
Yeah.
damn respect
Yeah,
for when
let's-
I'm in the
let's-
middle of
let's go.
something amazing.
Let's go.
Obviously, I'm doing something amazing right now, and Clarence wants to jam me.
I mean, you
up.
got 3 more.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Well,
I don't know how many I got.
You get time.
What Clarence
That's
bails you
good.
out there?
Let's check out. Please hit the like and make sure you subscribe while you're here. 222 is a nice number for the total there, but we'd like to have that at around 400. Okay?
Yeah.
For now. And then we'll work our way up in the next segment. Clarence Hill joins us
Clarence.
from that cold place up there, and it is cold. I saw how people looked in the crowd. How we doing, Clarence? Is there anything you want to brag about, pat yourself on the back about? We know how you work.
Oh, he's muted.
He's muted. You're muted.
Brag about that mute button.
Clarence, you can't just
brag about that mute button. It ain't me, y'all.
I love the way that he shakes his head
And
and,
then he gonna
says
come right
out
back like,
loud,
yeah, it was me, y'all.
I'm not muted over and
saying
over
he's
again.
not
As if we
muted?
can hear
And then he gonna
him
come
saying
right back. Yeah, man, it was me, y'all. It was me, my bad.
Here, unplug and replug.
it. Yeah, just
Try
unplug your-
something.
Clarence, unplug your stuff. Plug it back in. Let's try it again.
Clarence.
We're just gonna
It
wait.
ain't us.
No,
Jeff,
we're gonna wait.
Jeff, say something.
Was not muted.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
Oh,
Can
There
you
he-
hear me?
Did
Yeah,
you
I
just
got
plug
you.
back in and it's working?
I was not. Listen, guys, I'm not doing this with
I
you
can hear
guys
Jeff just
every time. I mean, I can see when I'm muted. It has a mute thing up there. There's no mute thing. There's no thing over me. I don't know what's
Saying,
going on at the
pop.
office. It's not me. Goddamn it. It's not me. Anyway, I'm just glad I don't have these snacks. I just don't have these snacks for the whole show. Number one, because I was the only one out there who picked Carolina. I mean, Cowboys over Carolina, so I don't have to do that. So
Yeah.
I feel good about that. But you know, this team showed some resiliency. I mean, come on, guys, you got to give them. I mean, I know we on Team Tank. Some of us on Team Tank, but you got to give them some resiliency, some credit for not quitting. And after Monday night, even after the end of the first half, when you know they had the game in control and just all hell broke loose and momentum went the other way and come out the second half to get the turnover and they just take over the game. But clearly Carolina's a bad team, but the Cowboys are a bad team, not a perfect team. They still had 14 penalties, but I'd like to give them credit for not quitting, showing some resiliency, beating up on a bad team.
Well, as a elected representative of Team Tank, I just want to make it clear.
Here.
We do not want people to like not try their best or do their job well. We just hope that at the end of the day, the other team has more points. That's all. We just hope the other team has more points. And this is a minor step back for us. But we can also talk about the players that did a good job. Clarence, how have our injuries shaken out? There were a number of people that got banged up in this thing.
Yeah, Jourdan walked off. We're still looking at him, and they really Mike McCarthy didn't give us any update on TJ Bass. Micah Parsons was not happy with what's going on with Diggs. He said, "You guys know what's going on. My man's been hurt all year." There's a battle between. There's some Diggs and Micah against some people in the medical staff that's going on. I'm just trying to tell you right now. Because they're not happy with Diggs' rehab and how he attacked the rehab. Certainly, Micah is not happy with what's going on with Diggs' injury and how things are happening. So just keep your ears to the grindstone with that. But outside of that, Micah said, I'm not a guy that's going to quit. This team is not going to quit. I'm going to fight. I think we can carry some momentum on to next season. And he just liked the way you talk about Osa. I mean, you look at guys in this game from Cooper Rush, who had the bad play, came back and played well in the second half. Jalen Tolbert had a horrible start to the game, came back and had the touchdown reception. Jalen Brooks had a horrible start to the season, had a nice touchdown reception. Rico Dowdle, Osa, Marist, Dowdle, Marist. I miss that Southern in me, I guess, but from Marist and some other guys who showed up and played. I mean, so I like to give them credit.
Clarence, the locker room was devastated after the Bengals game. How was the locker room this time?
Oh, they were feeling good. Like I said, they were talking about the resiliency, talking about, Tyler Smith was happy about North Crowley beating Duncanville.
There you go.
Big at state championship game, but he talked about that's who we are. They talked about the character, Rico and CeeDee and Micah and Cooper Rush, and just talking about this is the character here. We're not going to quit. Mike McCarthy talked about how they had a good week of practice. And, on the outside, we're thinking doom and gloom because of how that much devastating loss was to Cincinnati. And they kept on grinding and kept coming to practice and kept working hard. And you saw this was not a team that was down on themselves, not a team that was down in the dumps. And it showed.
I think that's just evidence, Clarence, that the idea of tanking being a bad thing, where it's like, but what about the culture? They died a week ago, and they're excited today. You'll have a whole off season after you'd lose a few more, and you'd be fine. You'd be fine.
Genius.
But you want guys that play hard all the time. I mean,
Yes.
you want guys. Jesse talked about you see when they lose, these guys are gonna stop. I mean, these guys, they're not good. They're still not a good football team. They still make dumb mistakes and they still do dumb things. 14 penalties. How does a cornerback line up offside? It's ridiculous. But they still play hard. You got to give them credit. I want to tell you guys the credit that DLS is making an impact. Met a guy in Carolina who said he follows us. He was at the bar last night. He follows us. He says it's gonna be pop and cheese. Man, I follow you guys. I love y'all show. And so we got people that follow us out here in Carolina.
Pop the snack snatcher.
That's right. Can I ask one more question?
Sure. I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah. We'll get you. Clarence, they attempted a 70-yarder with Brandon Aubrey finally. Outdoors in 43-degree weather. I need to know, where was the wind? Like, was that, or what are you doing with that decision?
I mean, it's a nothing decision. You want to try. Certainly, we've been looking for it indoors at AT&T Stadium. The way he was kicking today, certainly he was kicking well, but the wind, it's overcast. It was heavy. There was no way they had a chance of making it. No way. It didn't even come close. You worry about them doing a kick six, and the guys they're gonna not let the guy run back, especially after the way, the first half. The previous plays, when you have to fumble, you give up a touchdown, and it'd be just like the Cowboys to give up a kick six.
3-point game too at the time.
I was really hoping. I was hoping for a good return there, and I believe. But Clarence, have a great day. We're just gonna have to carry that over to finish my top 5. Have a great day, and thank you.
What his name is?
So sick.
Clarence?
Sick.
What was the name?
Snack Snatcher.
Pop snack snatcher.
Snack snatcher is
Snack
hilarious.
Snatcher.
Yeah.
Snack.
Oh yeah, no,
snatcher.
not yeah. No,
I thought it was like
n-
snatch.
Yeah, no, yep.
No, you hang up on him. He's still doing annoying
ready.
audio stuff in the background.
Snack snatcher.
Yeah, he comes in and just.
He was ready. He was prepared. I actually think it's a good thing you cut it off.
Yeah.
I think he was about to.
Put him back up there.
No.
I got questions.
We got like pretzels and
I
what
get
is
it
showed you the
now.
clip.
fruit snacks.
I thought you said
and-
something different.
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Like snack snatcher. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Swiping, no swiping.
Yeah.
I thought he was like, it's snatch.
Yeah.
No, he steals hundreds of
Snatcher.
dollars worth of little packages of snacks from the company on a weekly basis.
I mean, Jeff, I got.
what is in your pocket? You snack snatching?
The spirit of Clarence lives within him.
Y'all look ain't got no. Hold on.
Yeah, don't pull. You got some stuff in your pockets.
wait.
We don't need to.
Yeah, I ain't pulling that. I ain't pulling that.
Yeah.
Man,
I
listen,
hear a
man,
lot of
I got
snacks.
some-
Fruit
some
snacks.
shit, man.
Fruit snacks.
I
Yeah,
think
so
I dropped my fourth
coming up
S.
next is the rest of the post-game show right here.
I took Aisha's ass on accident.
Oh, you took some. You did all. You
Yeah,
did
you did
three
it again.
S's?
I did another. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. If you were here and you were watching, we appreciate you. I knew as soon as Clarence said he met somebody who was like, "Yeah, I watch you guys all the time." I knew his next words were going to be "at the bar," and he said, "At the bar, I met a guy."
At the end of the day.
Yeah, and I thought that might happen because that's Pop not beating allegations again. He'll always tell us like, "What are you talking?" Because you see videos of him doing stuff online, and you're like, "Clarence, well, you were kind of deep in it, weren't you?" And he was like, "I've had 2 drinks every time." Okay, yeah, well,
Clarence be
okay.
going
He's
crazy.
in
on me.
such denial. He
Okay.
denies so hard.
So, yeah, if you want the behind-the-scenes action, you got to sign up to be a diehard at alldlls.com. When you do that, you do get a free T-shirt. Now, I'm not wearing a DLLS T-shirt today. Oh, actually, I am. Hold on. No, I am. I know, but I got
I thought you were gonna raw dog.
You raw dog under a hoodie?
Huh?
Oh,
Hold on.
no.
Do you have a shirt on underneath your hoodie?
Are you Clarence Jr.? We got snacks. We got
Some
raw
freak-ass
dog.
boys up here.
I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I got a.
No,
I
yeah,
got
you're
my-
actually quite against it.
I think I got a shirt on. I got 2 shirts on.
Okay. You made it sound like it was weird that I had a shirt on under my hoodie. No, you're supposed
this
to wear a
one-
shirt. Yeah. You got a
Yeah,
shirt
okay,
under your
we
hoodie.
I got a couple shirts. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yes,
you get
cool.
a free T-shirt when you sign up to be a diehard. Plus, you get access to all of our premium written content, our Discord
boys
server
over there.
where we're all hanging out with a bunch of folks just like you, and we're kicking ass and taking names. You get your little diehard carrying card. You get 20% discount on merch like this, and on the events that we've got cooking. All these different things. When you sign up to become a member at alldlls.com, your one-stop shop for all of your DFW sporting needs.
Freak ass boys up here, man. I was just raw dog everything. Yeah, about your raw dog your shoes, huh? I'm like, what does that mean?
That means you're not wearing socks.
Yeah.
And there's no chance you raw dog shoes.
And y'all just know exactly what it all means. As soon as
you got nothing on.
just raw dog on the microphone. What
You wouldn't have the cover.
Unfortunately, yes. I understand what they are saying.
So anyway, on
That's
to
crazy,
the best moments of the game.
So Jeff's raw dog on his phone right now because he ain't got the case on that.
I got a
joint.
case
That is a
on
raw
it.
dog. That's a raw dog situation.
No, I have the case on it.
Oh,
That's a raw dog.
No, that would have been a raw dog. So he's got a case. No raw dog.
oh my God.
Oh, Jeff, wait, on 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
What you doing,
Oh.
Yeah, snap your phone in half and see what happens.
Jeff? Yeah, break that.
Vach showed me the razor last week, and
bought it.
when I tell you, everyone in my life hates me now because all group chats are broken. You can't kick people out; they turn green.
F 'em.
But I can
So you snap that.
I can snap my phone shut. Bang!
Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Hello? Stephen Jones said what? Y'all can't do that. Hey.
AO lined up offsides. He plays corner. That was
Yep.
funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Oh
You
my
know
That
what?
was
That
rough,
was
man.
funny, and
That
it
was
was
rough.
It was.
And then the rest of the game, well, until he got benched, he was doing like receivers do,
Yeah.
and lining
He was-
up and checking with the ref.
Yeah.
That's a fake laugh.
Shut up. Look. Let me look. Me and my chat do this all the time. What's worse, AO lining up offsides at corner or Jalen Tolbert lining up offsides at receiver in Green Bay?
A corner.
Probably
Corner.
No, receiver's probably worse because you check every play.
They check and they back you up.
Corners don't check.
Jalen Tolbert
they just
lined
line
up
up.
at free
What happens
safety.
more? What happens more?
Corners probably.
No.
Ooh,
Offsides?
That's a great
Yeah.
question.
I think it's receivers line up. Just they didn't check and they're offsides.
I think we need to check this because I don't know. I don't know
Chat,
which
y'all
one's
remember
more
Jalen
often.
Tolbert lined up at safety? Come on, man. We was here.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're saying his safety's hilarious.
The flip phone era. What a time! It's coming back.
The flip phone era is
It's coming back.
today, man.
One of my favorite moments of the game, Panthers punter Johnny Hecker is a wild ass. He ran into Jalen Brooks after a punt and threw him into Cavanaugh Turpin, who fell down.
was a
And
great
then
play.
Hecker looked like he wanted to fight Turpin. Like he was talking crap to him. And I was like, you're the punter, man. But he didn't care. He is about that life, as we found out on the next kickoff. He was down there as part of when the play finished, and a half brawl ensued on the sideline because Johnny Hecker, the punter, wanted to mix it up.
He just want a piece of the action.
And I support it. So here's one other thing I wanted to say about people who talk crap. I have rules about talking trash.
Talk trash.
You like be who you are, but be that, right? So like Brock Hoffman's gonna mix it up.
Yeah.
Johnny Hecker appears that he's gonna mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out today that Marist Liufau
Oh, he's
likes to mix it up.
You get a little crazy.
Because he had one where it was a play was dead, but it was an incomplete pass, but they
Chuba,
kind of let things play out a little bit. And Chuba Hubbard tackled him, and then he got up and was like, and one of them did a little pointy thing, and they did all this stuff. And then later in the game, Chuba Hubbard ran a route. Liufau got called for pass interference or holding or whatever. Like, so he just got beat by this guy, and he's talking crap to him because he didn't catch the ball that the penalty was on. He was like, yeah, you can't catch the ball. I'm like, you just got beat. But then my rational brain kicked back in. I'm like, no. That is what I want you to do.
Yeah.
You be who you are. Because if you're a talker, you talk. If you are quiet the whole game and then you make a play at the end and your team wins and you start talking crap, that's not fair.
you know.
You got to come with that spirit all day.
I got a feeling.
Otherwise, you're not allowed to have it.
I got a feeling that if somebody hits Liufau, he'll actually hit back. If somebody hits Hoffman, Hoffman will flop around a little.
Yeah, Hoffman will flop.
He'll
He
fall.
knows the line. He knows the line.
He'll fall. I think Liufau will fight somebody.
I'm trying to tell y'all, the funniest part about all of this is that if you've met him in the
I was
locker
gonna say.
room and been around him, he seems precious.
The nicest
literally
guy.
Which
is
one?
Marist.
Marist. He's
Marist,
like,
okay.
hey, how you doing?
I
I
have-
shampooed my hair today. Like, he's
Yeah.
calm.
I have a theory. I don't know if he was talking trash. I think he was explaining his penalty. Like, I genuinely don't think that I don't think he talks
Well, no,
trash.
because he was looking at Chuba after the play, and Chuba was talking to him, and he was
No,
probably
I think he was
goes
just
like this, and he was like, "You can't catch," because he bobbled and dropped
No,
the
I
ball.
think he's like, hey, you made a good attempt.
Oh, okay.
Jeff's is more messy. I'm rolling with Jeff.
I'm going to ask Marist about that this week. I'm going to be like, hey,
Jeff
it
is
looked
more
like the
messy.
camera caught you talking trash.
Don't ruin it for us.
But to
man.
your point, though,
I got to find this out, man. Journalism.
to your point, though, he was like that in college.
Yeah.
His Notre Dame tape was like that.
And it was very much a DB type move where, like, you get like a DB,
Like
you could run a stop and go like a defensive back.
Oh.
And it's pretty much every NFL defensive back and college and high school and in the Allen Sports Association, it kind of went this way.
100%.
Like you could run a stop and go on a guy and he could fall down and sprain his ankle because the route was so good. Quarterback throws it over his head out of bounds, and the DB gets up and goes, strap season. And I was like, you didn't even.
Goofy.
Bro, I got burned on a double move in high school, like tripped, burned.
Was it incomplete?
It was overthrown.
Did you talk crap?
I did the.
Yeah, you did, because DBs are psychos. Y'all are weird.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
Y'all are weird.
Yeah.
But I do like it. Do we want to knock
Incomplete,
out some
though.
super chats? We need to knock out some super chats. I bet we got some super chats. Can we?
Nobody's
also-
ever run past me before.
Nobody's ever run past you?
I played center. I didn't cover nobody.
I can't
I
do
think
it
a
with this right.
defensive lineman.
People run through me.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. JD dropped a deuce and says, Captain Trade Down rides again.
Yeah.
Osa 5,040,000. I don't.
He's-
5 years
he's
and
playing-
40. I tell you what, if the market for Osa is 5 years and 40 million, he will absolutely be a Cowboy. If the market is
Yeah, that ain't
5
the market.
years and 60 or 70, I don't think he'll be a
He's
Cowboy.
gonna. Yeah, it's
And
gonna
I-
be more than that.
And I think that
20-year
I
problem.
checked today and they're guessing, right? Projections are hard. But overthecap.com is guessing, said that his value is around $11 million.
yeah, he's.
And if you're in free agency, I would imagine you can get more than your exact value. So 4 for 50.
Vach and I
maybe?
were talking too. What he does, being an inside pass rusher, an interior pass rusher, plays well in the market.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
That's going to make it tough. Brandon Dubois. Is it Dubois or Dubois?
Dubois.
The boys,
Dubois.
the boys are
Dubois.
back in town.
Dubois.
Try 5. It says
Dubois.
we're going through this entire season just to draft running back all over again. Zeke 2.0. Yeah, but you don't pay the running back is the issue here. You just hold on to him, you run him, and you move.
What about this?
Bring Zeke back.
No. I'm doing this for Vach.
Oh.
What if I sold you on the idea that thank goodness we're winning some of these games, because otherwise they might pick a running back in the top 10. We're saving ourselves from using a top 10 pick on a running back, because once Genty is gone, they're not going to use a 16th pick on the next running back. We'll figure that out later. We're going to pick a different position.
You know, Jeff, I'm such a fan of you.
And Genty's a baller, though.
I'm such a fan of you,
You
Jeff.
stop it.
Even when I was a pizza guy,
Yeah.
delivering pizzas in the hood
I had pizza.
for no
today.
tips in dangerous neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
No tips.
Jeff, I
tips?
remember you saying, "Hey, dog." You ain't say, "Hey, dog." This is me saying it.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
was like, "Hey, dog, you don't get worse on purpose." That's what you said, Jeff.
Yeah, at a position.
That's one of your Jeffisms.
That's a great.
Oh, you're talking
line.
about in draft position? You
In-
don't want to get worse on purpose?
In anything you said.
That's a great
you
line.
don't get worse on purpose. So it's like, all right, we got Abdul Carter, but we might draft Genty. All right, let's lose on purpose to ensure that we don't draft
No,
Genty.
I'm just
but
trying
now
to
you
make-
miss on Carter.
No, because what I'm actually doing is just trying to find any way I can to put your heart at ease, because I know you're struggling with some of these
You can't
wins.
ease
I'm
my
just trying to
damn heart
help.
today. You can't ease my damn heart today. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
Some pain behind those eyes.
He's upset.
Night 405 says, I'm running back committee guy, and Genty is the exception.
He's a
I
stud.
agree. I
He's a
think Rico should be a bridge guy. He should be the David Montgomery to your new Jahmyr Gibbs. That's just my thoughts.
If Rico runs for 140 yards each of the next 4 games, does
He'll be
he
a 1,000
suddenly
yard
become a $10 million player?
No.
Or the league is just not going to believe that?
But they need
about
to
him?
sit his ass down and bring him back next year. Then.
I think if a league is really, in fairness, if they're really scouting, if scouts is really their area scouts are really scouting, they watching the same film we watching with the backup offensive line and stuff. And if they got something better, they might think that. I mean, this draft, I know that this draft class has some nice running backs that we'll get to, but it's just like they might.
And I'm
Somebody might
excited
pay
to pick.
him.
I'm excited to pick one of those backs right where you're supposed to. The hot spot for picking running backs. I'm really excited.
2 or 3?
Top of the 4th round.
Yep.
Oh.
You don't think-
wait, we set that pick on fire.
Hey,
No,
Yeah.
I'm about to throw up.
Both of our 4th round picks.
We get
sitting
Ray
on the
Davis,
bench.
Braylon Allen, pick up all the dudes that went in the 4th round last year. They're going to be a bunch of them that go in the 4th round this year. They're going to be good
Tyrone
NFL players.
Tracy,
And we're not going to be able to have any of them. So now we're going to have to use a 3rd round pick, which means we're not going to be able to use our 3rd round pick on an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman
Or wide
whatever.
receiver.
Oh, Jeff Pictures, fake a pose.
We could pick a receiver in the 1st round. That's the good news about sliding down the draft board, is now we can take Ohio State's Emeka Egbuka at like 16, 17, and you'll have your 2nd best receiver for the next
You
decade.
spelled Tez Johnson wrong. That's okay.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oregon man. That's an
He was a
Oregon man.
company guy.
Alec A. Minor. That's my guy.
Oh
Stanford?
yeah,
Stanford.
I do like that.
I haven't watched him yet.
He's a bad boy.
I get after it today.
But the problem is, right? You remember watching Jordan Addison,
Mhm.
right? His that year tape with USC was like goofy looking, but you had to go to his Pittsburgh tape and you go, damn, Pittsburgh used him like a wide receiver 1 for real. But that next year, Alec A. Minor, maybe his this year tape look a little weird, but look at his last year's tape. His last year's tape is fantastic, and I like him a bunch.
You see how much he enjoys the draft, but only when it's time for that draft class? Because just to prove it, I know you watch this guy in college too. Cowboys number 27. What's his name? Because you're crushing that dude's name.
In this
Cowboys right now, who's number 27?
You can do it.
You got it.
You can do it.
What country? What language?
English?
Is it a verb or a noun?
It's a
It's
name.
a noun. It's a name.
It's a pronoun.
I'm like mystified.
Armani. Huh? Armani?
You can do it.
Armani.
See, he forgot his first name. As soon as they're drafted, Vach is done with them.
Armani Owuarie.
Close.
That's pretty good.
Nice. That's close. Oh yeah.
Owuarie.
Crushed it.
That was good.
Crushed it.
Hey, I'm running out of S's. My
Yeah,
favorite.
you are at S's, which is why we have to go, because Vach could use an S, and if he does,
Gotta
we're
leave the
out.
whole like the whole show.
Yeah,
over
because
with?
now it's $250,000 if you use an S. That's FCC violation. We've run out of S's, so we have to go.
Oh,
The
Thank you,
FCC
everybody,
won't
for
let me
stopping
be.
by. We sure do
Fair
appreciate you. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and remember that you are the Doski Woski
And
to
the
my
Peasky
Peasky
Wheesky.
Wheesky.
and just be nice to people. You ain't gotta go around being mean, being asses to people. You don't know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying?
Or
so
else.
y'all hold it down though.
Not a threat. Or
Be
else,
nice.
but not a threat.
Here's an hour. They rapping. They're panicking in the back.
Gotta
so
go.
let's get the hell up out of here.
Gotta go.
So let's leave now.
Gotta go.
Because they panicking.
We all silly like the mayor.